What's up, guys? It's kind of cold out here. It's like 59 degrees Fahrenheit, 58 degrees Fahrenheit. Not that warm. I have a CO2 in my pocket. I'm revisiting if my salt supply S2 can run on a Generation 1 Umarex piercing cartridge. I tried the Generation 2 cart piercer and it worked, but you do need a spacer because the CO2 kind of rattles around in here. So this is a stock, like all normal out of the box S2. I'm going to put this dime that I used in the previous video with holes in it. It's just an American dime with some holes cut into it, drilled into it, and then sanded so that you get all the burrs and stuff, rough pieces of metal off of it. So now it's in there, it's sitting flat. I have a CO2 in my pocket that's only been warming up for like 1 minute, so we'll see what this does. Here's my Generation 1 Umarex piercing cap. And the Gen 2 worked okay. It had a tiny bit of a leak around this main seal right here. But the performance of it was good. Like, it performed very similar to how the S2 cap would perform. And now I have this tightened in. I have some Joule V3s in my cartridges or my magazines right here, and I have my box right there. So I'm just gonna get some chrono readings, show you guys the chrono, and yeah, just get the rest of these Grimburgs ready. So S2 Umarex Gen 1 cap, dime spacer, normal Crossman CO2 cart. I'm going to puncture this and see if I get any leaking. So I have it tightened down pretty good. Not super tight, but tightened down enough. Oh yeah, did not work. So the Gen 1 Umarex cap is a big no. So I'm just going to take this out. So now I know that the Gen 1 Umarex cap is not going to work for this, but the Gen 2 one sort of works. It's not perfect, but it sort of works. The Gen 2 Umarex cap. And my my O-ring's all frosted over. It didn't break or anything, but yeah, so yep, Gen 1 does not work. Well, mine doesn't, at least. And this is a non-worn out O-ring on this cap. This was for my HDB 68. I hardly ever use this, and it is oiled. It's just it just doesn't seal this correctly. So I have tried not using a dime to space this and a CO2, and it moves around too much, and it doesn't allow you to pierce if you were just to use the Umarex Gen 1 pierce cap by itself. It doesn't line up correctly for you to be able to pierce the CO2. I could try it on camera, but the last time I tried it didn't want to go. So I'll load up another CO2. I'll leave the dime out of there, so the dime's on the table. I'm not going to use it. Have my salt supply right here. New CO2. It's a little bit snug in there right now, I think, because it's cold. I'm not sure what's in there. Alright, had some random like debris inside the like hugging the edge, so I got a barrel squeegee and or a barrel swab, and cleaned it out. So I'll try this again. S2 Generation 1 cap and no spacer inside here. So this is just a normal, the normal way you would use it. I'm just trying a Generation 1 cap, and it's not cross-threaded or anything. So that's as far in as it wants to go. So I'll try puncturing this, but you can kind of hear it rattling around in there. So I think it's just not, it's just like, this doesn't go in enough to put pressure against the bottom of the CO2 capsule. Yeah, it doesn't want to pressurize because it's not getting pierced. So Gen 1 cap, at least for me, and me using this dime spacer, this dime probably has it up too high, but I couldn't really tighten down the cap any further. When I put the dime in the handle and this Gen 1 cap, I can't really tighten it any further than this. So it must not be sealing correctly. This O-ring isn't getting in this like contoured area. I don't think it's sealing enough. So yeah, Gen 1 cap, for me at least, is a big negative. So yep, not gonna work. But the Gen 2 cap slightly works, has a little bit of a leak, but it did work in a video I made like 2 or 3 days ago. So yep, that's it for that one. Yeah, I think I'll just put everything back. So no shooting in this video today because the whole point was to try this Gen 1 cap with the spacer, but it leaked, and then it can't work with just this because it doesn't put enough pressure against the CO2 to butt up against. Like the piercer doesn't pierce because this is moving around too much. So yeah, there goes that experiment. So have a good one.